Hi and welcome, I am Helle. Today I'm going to take a look at Azul Summer Pavilion, this little mini version of the game, and I'm going to compare it to the original version. First I will do a speed up unboxing of the Azul mini version, and then I will look at this version, and then I will compare it to the normal version of the game. And if you're interested in learning more about the rules for the game, then I do have a how to play on Azul Summer Pavilion. So we have it all unboxed, and this is the cute little version here. You have these little tiles, and as you can see, they are indented here. So that is so they can grab onto these, so they're not going to be knocked out of their position. So this is the 5 different colors you have, and then you have the first marker. So that is your tiles, and then you have your factories, and they are placed in this board here. So depending on the number of players, you're going to fill up the number of factories you need. And then you have, this is all indented, so they're going to stay put in here. So this is a good travel version. And then you have the boards, and this is what I really like with these mini versions you have, especially with the points up here. So you have the points where you can mark the tins, and then the 1, 2, 3. So if you had 14 points, you would go to 4 and then up to 10 here. So these, you're not going to knock your points over. And then for your saving, and then your board, it's all indented so the pieces can stay on here. Even though you're going to save them, they're going to stay put in their position. So that is the board, and of course you have the other side. You have the other version here, and this you can take out, and then you can flip it to the other side if you want to play with this side here. And then this is also going to stay put, and here you can keep track on which round you are in, for which tile is now the Joker tile. So this also works well, and they have added here where you're going to score extra tiles for where you have surrounded these statues, monuments. So this is a neat little version, and then you have your bag, a huge bag for having your tiles in, and of course for having to store all of your game in. Oh, they actually changed this one, so you can actually close it like this, compared to the first one where you just had a clip. So when you close it like this, you're sure nothing is going to fall out of your bag. So you could use these smaller bags for storing the different tokens here, but you don't need to have them in colors, because you are always going to have them all mixed together when you play. I will just keep one of the bags, put the factories in here, and then I will just put them all into the bag here. So I have all of them in the same bag. And then I will do like this. I will just put it all in the bag like this, and then you can close it like this, and then they're all in just a travel bag here. That is cool, like with the first version, but I like they have made it like this, so you're sure you're not going to drop anything out of the bag. For the original version, the bag is this big, so it's smaller than in this version, but that's because this version needs to be able to hold the whole game. And the original version, you have this board where you're going to keep track of the points. You're going to run around here for the players. Of course, when you have this one, it's going to be visible for you who is ahead and who is behind. Where in this version, you have to look at the boards for the different players to see where they are. But you are safe with your points. Then you have the round track, where this is this one for the small version, and this is this one for the bigger version. And you have these extra points for if you're going over 80 points. And then on this board you can see what you're going to score points for at the end of the game. So this you have on the back side of the rules for the mini version. You can see what you're going to score points for. So this you will have with you when you play, because this is on the board here. This huge board is replaced with this little board, and with each player having their own track of their points. And then we have the player board itself. This is pretty big in the normal version, and you have the same elements as you have here, except you have the scoring on top. And then we have the tiles difference. These small ones for these big chunky tiles, and this little fabric compared to the big one. And this thing you only have for the mini version. This do not come with the original version. And one thing more I need to mention, in the old version you have this tower where you can put your tiles in, so it's easy for you to collect them and add them back to your bag. This you do not have in the travel version of the game. So that is the difference between the two versions. And I do like this version, especially with the points. But of course I can see that you can lose a little bit about who is in front instead of having this big version. But it is nice with the points. These can easily fall off, or you can knock them over. Then you can just use these to add up all your points. I like that element with this little travel version. And then of course it doesn't take up much space when you pack it together. Then you can have it with you on vacations. But that was my look at the two versions. Thanks for watching.